In the last video, we learned what dictionaries are and how they hold key value pairs. Today's topic is how to access those values in a right way. We'll learn how to get values using keys and what happens if the key doesn't exist, and we'll learn a safer way using the .get method, and even how to access all the keys or values at once. So let's go. Take a reminder from the previous video. So we created a dictionary called student, and there we have a key called name, and we can have a value like Gojo, for example. Then his age is, let's say, 25, and let's say the country is, and let's say the city is Tokyo. Now we saw how to access values using key. So we can write the print statement, and inside there we can write student, and in between square brackets and quotations we can write the key name. I run the code, you'll see it prints Gojo. Behind the scenes, Python looks up name in its internal hash table and gives you the value. This is super fast, but only if the key exists. Now what if key doesn't exist? For example, we want to access grade, but there is no key called grade in this student dictionary. So what will happen if I run the code? It will throw error. So it says key error grade. This is a common beginner mistake, so let's fix that. So instead of just writing student, then in square brackets and quotation grade key, what we can do is we can write the dictionary name, in this case that is student, then we can write a dot, and we can write the get method, and inside parentheses and quotations we can write the key name. Now even if this does not available in the dictionary, it won't throw any error. If I run the code, as you can see, it prints none. Now if you add grade, for example CGPA 4, let me give comma here and run the code, it will print 4.0, the grade actually. But if you remove this, now grade is not available, so it will by default print none, means it is not available. Now you can customize this message. In the second parameter of get method, you can give a comma after the key name, and here you can write another string. For example, you can write not available. Okay, now if you run the code, as grade key is not there, and that's why it printed not available. But if you add a grade here, for example CGPA 4.00, again let me give here comma and run the code, it prints 4.00 and ignores not available message. So this is a better approach. And now the question is why this is better. So the answer is easy. No error if the key doesn't exist. You can also provide a default value. As you can see, you can give a default value like NA, not available, not found, etc. This is super useful when working with user input or external data. Let me comment this line. Now if you want to get all the keys, how will you do that? For that you can do student, means you can write the dictionary name, then dot, then there is a method called keys. We can just call that. It will return all the keys, then you can just print them. So if you wrap this inside the print statement and run the code, you'll see it prints dictionary keys, name, age, city and grade. This is exactly what we have in the keys. So you get a view of all the keys. You can look through it or convert it into a list. Now you can get the values like this as well. So if I copy this line and paste, you just have to write here student.values. You run the code, you'll see it provides the values from the dictionary. Now you can have all the key value pairs at a time. So for that, what you can do is you can write the print statement and just write student, means the dictionary name, and dot, and just write items and call the method. Now if you run the code, as you can see, it prints the key value pairs all together. This is perfect when you want to look through the whole dictionary. So the recap here is we can access value using the dictionary name and giving square brackets and key in the quotations. To save access, we can use the get method with some default message as well. We can get all keys, all values, and their pairs as well. And that's how you access values in a Python dictionary. Always remember, use square brackets when you are sure the key exists. Otherwise, use the .get method when it might be missing. In the next video, we'll learn how to change existing values in a dictionary, which is super common in real-world apps. So if you are enjoying this playlist, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.